understanding the core of spiritual law. Imagine for a moment that everything you've ever believed about life, your purpose, your struggles, your victories was connected by an invisible thread. A thread tied not to luck or randomness, but to universal principles governing every aspect of existence. This is what we're exploring today, the fundamental principle of spiritual law. And here's the kicker: it's not just some abstract idea floating in the clouds. It's a system of truth that can radically change your life when you truly understand and apply it. But before we dive deep, let me ask you this: what if everything you've ever experienced was a result of what you've been unconsciously attracting? Not as a punishment or reward, but simply as a mirror of your own inner world. What would that mean for how you live your life moving forward? Now, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand this principle, but you'll also gain tools to make it work for you, starting today. Spiritual law, at its core, is this: what you give out to the world, you get back. Sounds simple, right? But let's unpack it, because there's a depth here that most people overlook. This principle is often referred to as the law of cause and effect, or in spiritual circles, the law of karma. It's the ultimate feedback loop. Every thought, every action, every intention you put out into the universe creates a ripple that eventually finds its way back to you. Now, let's complicate things a bit. This isn't just about external actions, like being kind or cruel to others. It's also about your internal world. The thoughts you secretly entertain, the beliefs you hold about yourself and others, the emotions you allow to dominate your heart, all of these are part of the energy you emit. You see, spiritual law doesn't care about the masks we wear in public. It operates on the raw, unfiltered truth of who we are. So here's the uncomfortable question: what are you really giving out to the world? Is it love, fear, resentment, or peace?
Click subscribe to this channel to get more topics you love.
Let's get practical with this. Think about your relationships. How often do you blame others for your unhappiness? How often do you hold on to grudges, convinced that someone else's behavior is the reason for your pain? Spiritual law teaches us that every time we do this, we're giving power to the very thing we claim to want to change. Here's an example. Imagine you're in a toxic relationship. You think, if only they would change, I'd finally be happy. But spiritual law flips this on its head. It says, what are you contributing to this dynamic? Are you bringing love, patience, and boundaries? Or are you bringing resentment, anger, and fear? The law reflects back to you what you give, not what you demand. Now, this isn't about blame or guilt. It's about ownership. When you own your energy, your thoughts, and your actions, you gain the power to shift your reality. And that's the beauty of this principle. It's empowering. It's not about waiting for the world to change for you. It's about becoming the change you want to see. Think about this: if your life is a mirror, what is it reflecting back to you right now? I want to challenge you to do something today. Take an honest inventory of your life. Look at the areas where you feel stuck, frustrated, or unfulfilled. Then ask yourself, what energy have I been putting into this part of my life? If it's a relationship, are you consistently bringing love, respect, and understanding? If it's your career, are you showing up with passion and dedication, or are you just going through the motions? Here's the hard truth: the universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what you are. But don't worry if this feels heavy or overwhelming. Stay with me, because in the next part, we're going to dive into how to shift this energy in practical, powerful ways. the hidden mechanisms driving spiritual law. Welcome back. Now that we've laid the foundation, let's dig deeper. If the fundamental principle of spiritual law is that you get back what you give, the next logical question is, how does it actually work? Here's where things get fascinating. Spiritual law operates on energy and vibration. Everything in the universe, your thoughts, emotions, even your physical body is made up of energy. And energy vibrates at different frequencies. Love, gratitude, and joy vibrate at high frequencies, while fear, anger, and resentment vibrate at low frequencies. The universe, or what we might call the field of infinite possibilities, is like a giant tuning fork. It responds to the frequency you're emitting. When you're vibrating at a high frequency, you attract experiences, people, and opportunities that match that vibration. When you're vibrating at a low frequency, you attract challenges, conflicts, and obstacles that resonate with that state. Now, here's the key: you can't fake your vibration. You can't just slap on a smile and pretend to be happy while secretly seething with anger or fear. The universe responds to your core energy, not your surface-level actions. So how do we shift our vibration? How do we align ourselves with the energy we want to attract? First, we need to become aware of what's pulling us down. This requires brutal honesty. Are you holding on to grudges? Are you constantly worrying about the future? Are you replaying past mistakes in your mind? Each of these habits lowers your vibration and reinforces the very things you don't want in your life. Here's a practical exercise. Take a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle. On one side, write down all the emotions, thoughts, and behaviors that feel heavy or negative. On the other side, write down their opposites, emotions and actions that feel light, positive, and empowering. Now, pick one item from the positive side and commit to embodying it for the next 24 hours. If it's trust, practice letting go of worry and believing that things will work out. If it's compassion, look for opportunities to extend kindness, even when it's hard. This isn't about perfection. It's about intention. And here's the magic: even small shifts in your energy can create massive ripple effects in your life. But let's take it one step further. Spiritual law isn't just about you. It's about how you interact with the world. The energy you give to others, whether it's love, judgment, or indifference, comes back to you amplified. So ask yourself, how do I show up for others? Do I bring light into their lives, or do I drain their energy? Here's a secret: the quickest way to raise your vibration is through gratitude and service. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your energy from lack to abundance. And when you serve others, you align yourself with the flow of love and connection that underpins all spiritual law. Mastering spiritual law. Welcome to the final and most important part of this journey. We've explored the foundation of spiritual law and the mechanisms behind it, but now it's time to master it. Here's the truth: understanding spiritual law intellectually isn't enough. If you want to create lasting change, you need to live it every single day. Let's start with a question. What's the first thing you think about when you wake up in the morning? Is it gratitude for being alive? Or is it worry about your to-do list, frustration about your job, or anxiety about the future? The way you start your day sets the tone for your vibration. So here's a simple but powerful practice before you even get out of bed. Take 60 seconds to focus on 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big. It could be the warmth of your bed, the sound of birds outside, or the fact that you have another day to grow and create. Next, set an intention for your day. Ask yourself, how do I want to show up today? What energy do I want to bring to the world? Throughout the day, practice mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts and emotions. When you catch yourself slipping into negativity, pause and ask, is this the energy I want to give out? Is this the ripple I want to create? Then consciously choose a different thought or action. Another powerful tool is visualization. Spend a few minutes each day imagining the life you want to create. See it, feel it, believe it. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's aligning your vibration with the reality you want to attract. But here's the biggest secret of all: the true purpose of spiritual law isn't just to manifest your desires. It's to help you grow into the highest version of yourself. Every experience, good or bad, is an opportunity to learn, evolve, and expand your capacity for love, wisdom, and compassion. So the next time life throws you a challenge, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can I use this to become better, stronger, and more aligned with my true self? Mastering spiritual law is a lifelong journey. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. And every step you take brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. Now, it's your turn. Take what you've learned today and put it into practice. Start small, stay consistent, and watch as the universe begins to reflect back the beauty, love, and abundance you've been giving out. And remember, you're not just a participant in this game of life. You're a creator. Let's not stop here, because the real magic of mastering the fundamental principle of spiritual law happens when you commit to practicing it consistently, even when it feels difficult, even when life throws things at you that seem unfair or insurmountable. So let me ask you something bold. What would your life look like if you took full responsibility for everything in it, not just the good, but also the bad, the challenging, and the painful? That's a big question, and for many people, it's a hard pill to swallow. But here's the thing: taking responsibility doesn't mean blaming yourself for every hardship or mistake. It means recognizing that your power lies in how you respond, in the energy you choose to carry forward, and in the lessons you choose to embrace. Let's take a deeper look at some of the most common roadblocks people face when trying to live in alignment with spiritual law, and how to overcome them. It's so easy to fall into the trap of thinking, why is this happening to me? When things go wrong, it's natural to feel like life is unfair, like you're powerless to change your situation. But here's the truth: victim mentality keeps you stuck. It blocks your ability to shift your vibration and attract something better. So how do you break free? By flipping the question. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this teaching me? What opportunity is hidden in this situation? For example, let's say you've lost a job. Yes, it's painful, and yes, you're allowed to feel upset. But once the initial sting wears off, ask yourself, is this an opportunity to pursue something I'm truly passionate about? Was this job draining my energy or keeping me from my potential? What can I learn from this experience to help me grow? When you shift from victim to creator, everything changes. You stop waiting for life to happen to you and start actively shaping the life you want. Here's a hard truth: you can't attract what you truly desire if you're still holding on to old energy that doesn't serve you. This could be a toxic relationship, a limiting belief, or even a version of yourself that you've outgrown. But letting go is scary, isn't it? It's like standing at the edge of a cliff, unsure of what's on the other side. And yet, spiritual law teaches us that letting go creates space for something better.